Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahshua, Bahashem, our Kakadas, giving all glory and honor to the Almighty Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahshua. Double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, who rule well, who tell the truth. Salutations to the sincere brothers out there who are preaching this truth and edifying their brothers and their sisters while outside their diligence. While salutations to the elect scattered abroad. Today, the new brother Ayawab coming to today with another lesson entitled, We Must Be Prepared. Because we don't know when the Lord is going to come. As the scriptures say, he comes as a thief in the night. We do not know when the Lord is going to come. He could come tomorrow, 2 seconds from now, a day from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Lord willing, it don't take that long for this society to come tumbling down. But if we gotta wait that long, we gotta wait. But we have to be prepared. We can't just sit around being slothful. Can't just speaking to myself first and foremost. We can't just sit around being thinking everything's holly jolly and not doing the Lord's will. And I'll bring I'll bring a prayer out at the end of the lesson. And if not, I can also type the prayer in the description box below, which I will probably do. But without further ado, let me get some scriptures. Just start out with this one. This is Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach 5 verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So make no tarrying. Make no tarrying. Don't delay. Just for edification purposes. Definition of tarry.
Tarry.
Tarry. Of like, no. Shalaki.
Tarry.
Tarry. That was a little loud on my headphones. But stay longer than intended. Delay leaving a place. Linger. Procrastinate. Procrastinate. Definition of procrastinate. Delay or postpone action. Put off doing something. So don't put off his will. Pause. Delay. Wait. Lag. Dawdle. Hang around. Hang about. Bide. So what do we got to do? We got to go ahead and just turn to the Lord. Go ahead and do his will. Keep the commandments. Put not off day to day. Don't say, well, the Lord ain't going to come tomorrow. He ain't going to come a week from now, so I can start keeping the commandments in. No, you got to have that mindset. The Lord can come at any time. The Lord can come at any time. And that's what me personally is hoping and praying for, that it's going to be any day. This is Psalm 119:60. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments. So don't delay. Make haste. Definition of haste. Definition of haste. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments. Excessive speed or urgency of movement or action. To hurry. You gotta be urgent.
Haste.
Similar. Speed, hasteness, hurry, swiftness, rapidly, quickness, rush, expedition, promptness or speed in doing something. So you can't just be slothful. You can't just sit around and just think that the Lord ain't gonna come in the next week. You got to be prepared for when the Lord comes. And that's at that parable I'm about to bring it right here. Matthew 24 verse 45 of that servant who delayed to the Lord's coming. Matthew 24 verse 45. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give him meat in due season? Blesses that servant whom his Lord when he cometh shall find so doing. So blesses that servant when the Lord cometh. He sees that he's keep the commandments, that he's been doing his will. Verse 47. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth the coming, which Israelites do, that the Lord ain't gonna come back for another 4 or 5 years. I can go ahead and eat pork. I can go ahead and smoke. I can still live in this fleshly body, this fleshly world, and continue to build up. Verse 49, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and to drink with the drunken. The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him. So the Lord's going to come when you're not looking for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So if you going to continue to tarry, the Lord is going to come when you least expect it. He's going to come at an hour that you think not of. You gotta stay focused. You can't just put off day to day, because it shall destroy you, even with a sword of destruction. Micah 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This is not our rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction. This earth is going to destroy you. You got to depart. As it says in what is that? In Revelation 18:4, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her plagues. Or I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Be not partakers of her sins, and be not a part of her plagues. Roughly paraphrasing. Revelation 18 verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. We got to come out of this place. We got to be separated. And that verse is twofold. You can't just be slothful. It's going to destroy you, even with the sword of destruction. Slakia. Go ahead and get Romans 12 verse 1. This is Romans 12 verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. That's what we're here to do, to keep the commandments and present our bodies as a living sacrifice. Verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. So we can't be conformed to this society. We can't continue to do the same thing in this world, thinking the Lord ain't going to come. Thinking the Lord ain't going to come. And then for 5 years, and then when the Lord does come, you say, okay, now I want to start keeping the commandments. No, that's not how it's going to work. It's not going to work like that. Come in at the last second, thinking, now that it's different if you ain't heard, and then like at the last moment, if the Lord has mercy on you, that he reveals it unto you. But if you already knew the truth and you delay and you, as it said in the parable of Matthew, was it 24? Kind of 24 and 51, the servant who delayed the Lord's coming shall be, so the servant knew his Lord's will, but he delayed it. He put it off day to day. And putting it off day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. You can't just stay in this world thinking you can be an Israelite and of this world. You can't be both. Try to be seen by the eyes of men, thinking you can be an Israelite, keep the commandments, but you still in this world. You still smoking. You still committing adultery. But you say you keeping some of the commandments, but you're not keeping all of them to the best of your ability. Speaking to myself as well. I gotta keep these commandments to the best of my ability. I can't be slothful. What are they gonna get? Come. 1 John 2 verse 15. Let's get it right here. 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. You can't let this world slip in, to seek in. What's going on here? You can't let the world seep in. You gotta stay focused, stay diligent, and to keep pushing forward. Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah. I got a couple more scriptures, and then this is Matthew 25 verse 1. Is another parable Yahweh brought forth. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. If you have ears to hear, let them hear it. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. So the 5 wise virgins which had oil in their lamp, they met the bridegroom, and they went, and they were ready. They were ready. They were ready, saying, Yeah, I'm here. We ready to go. Going to the marriage. And the door was shut after that, after the 5 wise went in. Verse 11, Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. And the other the 5 foolish came up to the door and said, Let us in, we here. Hurry up, open the door. Verse 12, But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. For the kingdom of heaven is let me see if it I don't know if this is a continuation. No. But come. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. You don't know when the Son of Man, when Yahweh Shai is going to come back. Let's go ahead and get. Here it is. Matthew 24. What happened? Okay, I'm just going to start right here. Matthew 24, verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of no word, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So nobody knows the hour of judgment. Not the angels, nor Yahweh, his son, his only begotten son. No one knows but the Father, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh. Only he knows when the coming is going to be. And we're all hasting, waiting patiently for his arrival, for him to give the go, to give Yahweh to go. And what a beautiful day that'll be. Okay. Oops, what happened? Go ahead and get, what's it called? Oh, yeah. First Thessalonians 5, verse 2. Spelled it wrong. Oh, then. No, I think. First Thessalonians 5, verse 2. Start at 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So come. The day is gonna come as a thief in the night. You don't know when you sleep in the night, and that thief is gonna come in and rob your house. He's gonna come out of nowhere when you least expect it. That's why you gotta be prepared, because you don't know when that thief is gonna come. It can come while you sleep, while you out working, while you getting groceries, while you working out, while you're doing a lesson. You don't know when it's gonna come, so you gotta be prepared, making sure you doing the will of the Lord, doing the will of the Father, which is our reasonable service. And I'm gonna end it with this. This is Second Esdras. Spelled it wrong. Second Esdras, verse 9, Slakia, chapter 9. I'm gonna start at 1. Second Esdras 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he hath made. Therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So that's really what I wanted to get right there. The end is manifest. It's made clear. It's no time to diddy-daddle around, to be sucking on your thumb. Because in the end, you're going to be looking like a fish out of water. Saying, I didn't know. I didn't hear. You heard. You knew the Lord was coming. But you wanted to be slothful. But, come. That's all I really wanted to get. First and foremost, say, Call Halayim Laah. Slacky, let me get this. I like bringing this out. Slacky. This is Joshua 24 and verse 15. Get the KJV. Joshua 24 verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. As for me, I will serve the Lord. I will keep his will, as long as he allows me to keep the Rawchaaya, as long as he allows me to not be led astray by these other false doctrines, I will continue to push forward, if it be his will. As for me, I will serve the Lord. Now, you got to choose, which is not you choosing. It's all according to the Father's will, but you can't be slothful. But come. First and foremost, I say, Kah halayim laah, Yahweh Hashem, Shabbat Hashem, Rawchaaya, giving our glory and honor to the Almighty Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule and taught us truth. Shalom to the sincere brother after who preaching the truth and edifying their brothers and sisters who are setting diligence, preaching the downfall of his kingdom, and doing the will of the Father. And shalom to the lexicon bride. Lord willing, this video was edifying to the spirit, to the body, to the fold. And Lord willing, we get out of here soon, because we all tired, we all in pain. We need to be redeemed. Kwame Ashala. Shalom.